Hi students. So today let us continue about the classification of elements and periodicity in properties. And today we brought a part 4 video. So this video is belongs to electronic configuration and types of the elements through SPDF blocks. Students, myself is Vedamurthy. So now let us begin the classifications or configuration of elements through SPDF blocks. Dear students, we in the previous class we have studied about Hofbauer principle. The Hofbauer principle is belongs to the build-up of the elements. The based on Hofbauer principle and the electronic configuration of atoms is a theoretical foundation to provide the periodic classification. The elements in a vertical column of the periodic table constitute a group, family, or and exhibit similar chemical behavior. So this similarity arises because these elements have the same number and same distribution of electrons in the outermost orbitals. So we can classify based on the above the elements into four blocks. So namely S block, P block, D block and F block. So these are depending on the type of the atomic orbitals that are being filled with the electrons. And we notice there are two exceptions for this categorization. Strictly helium belongs to the S block, but its positioning in the P block along with the other group of 18 elements is justified because it has a completely filled valence shell, that is 1s2, and as a result exhibit valence properties characteristics of other noble gases. It can also gain an electron to achieve a noble gas arrangement, and hence it can behave similar to a group 17. Group 17 is a halogen family elements. Because it's a special case, we shall place the hydrogen separately at the top of the periodic table. We will briefly discuss in detail the salient features of the four types of the elements marked by the periodic table. First, let us begin with the S block elements. S block elements. So S block elements are comprised in group 1 and group 2. Group 1 elements are alkali metals and group 2 elements are alkaline earth metals. So which have the electronic configuration at the outermost is NS1 and NS2 belongs to the S block elements. They are all reactive metals and with low ionization enthalpies. They lost the outermost electrons readily to form 1 plus ion in the case of alkali metals and 2 plus ion in the case of alkaline earth metals. The metallic character and the reactivity increases as we go down the group. So metallic character and reactivity increases as we go down the group. Because of the higher reactivity, they never found pure in nature. The compounds of the S block elements, with the exceptions of those lithium and beryllium, are predominantly ionic. Now, this is group P. Group P block elements comprise those belonging to group 13 to 18, and these together with the three with the S block elements, those are called representative elements or main group elements. The outermost electronic configuration varies from NS2 NP12 to NS2 NP6 in each period. At the end of the each period, a noble gas element with a closed valence shell NS2 NP6 configuration. All the orbitals in the valence shell of the noble gases are completely filled by electrons, and it is very difficult to alter this stable arrangement by the addition or removal of the electrons. The noble gases, these exhibit very low chemical reactivity, and preceding the noble gas family, there are two chemically important groups of nonmetals. They are halogens. Halogens are corresponding to group 17, and the chalcogens are 16th group. So these two groups of elements have highly negative electron gain enthalpies and readily add one or two electrons respectively to attain the stable noble gas configuration. The non-metallic character increases as we move from left to right across a period, and the metallic character increases as we go down the group. Now the group is third block is sorry third block is D block. So D block elements. D block elements are also called as transition elements, and these are the elements of in the periodic table located at the group 3 to group 12 in the center of the periodic table. So these are characterized by the filling of inner d orbitals by electrons, and are therefore referred as D block elements. These elements have the general outer electronic configuration is n minus 1 into 10 upon 1 minus 10 into ns 0 minus 2. They are all metals, and they mostly form colored ions, exhibit variable valence oxidation states, so paramagnetism, and oftenly used as a catalyst. However, zinc and cadmium and mercury, which have the electronic configuration n-1 d10 ns2, so which do not show most of the properties of transition elements. In the way, a transition metals form a bridge between the chemically active metals of S block elements and the less active elements of the groups 13 and 14, and take their familiar name is transition elements. So next block is fourth block elements. Fourth block elements are F block. Sorry. Fourth block elements are F block elements. See, F block elements are also, we can call it as inner transition elements. In the F block elements, we can see in the periodic table, bottom of the periodic table, lanthanides and actinides. Lanthanides are starts from 58 atomic number to 71, and actinides are the elements corresponding from atomic number 90 to 103. So these are characterized by the outer electronic configuration is n-2 f to the power of 1 minus 14 and n-1 d to the power of 0 minus 1 ns2 outermost electronic configuration. The last electron added to each element is filled in f orbital. These two series added to each element, these two series of the elements are called the inner transition element, and they are all metals within the each series. The properties of the elements are quite similar. The chemistry of early actinides is more complicated than the corresponding lanthanides due to the large number of oxidation states are possible for these actinides elements. Actinide elements are radioactive, and many of the actinide elements have been made only in nanogram quantities, or even it is very less quantity, so by a nuclear reaction, and they are chemically is not fully studied. And these elements after uranium are called transuranium elements. Today, so through this one we'll get one question. If the elements atomic number 117 and 120 have not yet been discovered, so if you want to place in the familiar group, where we can place these elements and what are the electronic configurations? Students, the element with Z means atomic number 117 belong to the halogens family, that is group 17, and its outermost electronic configuration would be Rn5FO 5F14 Rd10 7s2 7p5. And the another one element with the atomic number is 120 will be placed in the group 2. Those are alkaline earth metals, and we'll have the electronic configuration is UuO 8s2. So in now, what are metals and what non-metals and metallites, and where they are located in the periodic table, that we can discuss now. In addition to displaying the classification of elements into SPDF block, here we can see that is SPDF block. See this S block element. So these are D block elements, these are P block elements, and F block elements are lanthanides and actinides. So same way we can classify these SPDF block elements, or also can call it as metals and non-metals and metallites. So the elements can be divided into metals, non-metals and non-metals. Non-metals are also called as semi metals or metallites also there. So metals comprise in the periodic table are 78% of the known elements or metals which are appear in the left side of the periodic table. So metals are usually a solid at room temperature. For mercury is an exception case. It is everywhere it is moving liquid is a spherical shape. So gallium and cesium also have very low melting points, having 303 Kelvin and 302 Kelvin. So metals usually have high melting point and boiling points. They are very good conductors of heat and electricity. And metals are malleable. Malleable means that can be flattened into thin sheets by hammering after making heat. And also metals are also ductile. Ductile means we can drawn into wires. We can make it as wires. Let's say small shapes also we can make it. In the contrast of this one, so non-metals are located at the right side hand side of the periodic table. Non-metals are located at the right hand side of the periodic table, and the horizontal line, the property of the elements change from metallic on the left to non-metallic on the right side. So non-metals are usually solids or gases at room temperature with low melting and boiling points. Here there are two exceptions, that is boron and carbon. And these non-metallic characters are very poor conductors of heat and electricity. And most non-metallic solids are brittle and are neither malleable or not ductile. The elements becomes more metallic as we go down the group. The non-metallic character increases as one gas from left to right across the periodic table. A change from metallic to non-metallic character is the most abrupt, as not like in the zigzag motion. The elements, for example, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, and tellurium are the non-metallic characters. Bonding their lines and running diagonally across the periodic table show the properties and that are characteristics of the both metals and non-metals. So and these elements are called semi-metals or metallites. Here we'll get one question. So considering the atomic number and the position of the periodic table, arrange the following elements in the increasing order of metallic character: silicon, beryllium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium. As we studied in this chapter, in this unit, or in this part. So metallic character increases down a group and decreases along a period as we move from left to right. Hence, the order of the metallic character is increasing in the order. Phosphorus is less than silicon, which is less than beryllium, and beryllium is less than magnesium. Finally, magnesium is less than sodium. Students, here you can see this. There are different blocks we have studied. F block is there, P block, D block, and F block. Here also we can notice by this periodic table there are separately divided like some metals. So these are all metals. Okay, so metals are there. These are also called metals. These are also called metals, and these are also called metals. These are all metals. Okay, students. Next, you can also see this. See, these are all noble gases. These are all noble gases, and here we can see some of the metallites. Metallites are silicon, germanium, metallites, silicon, germanium, arsenic, bismuth, tellurium. Okay, these are all metallites. I hope students this part is understood. Thanks for watching the video.